This is Doggy DNA, the show where we invite dog owners of all sorts to come and discover the secrets held within the DNA of their equally diverse canine counterparts. Be prepared for surprises as we reveal their DNA results to learn about their lineage and provide a historical context for their individual behaviors, personalities, and abilities. We'll meet some wonderful dogs and hear the stories of how they found their families. And we'll even have time to play with the pups as our experts share advice on how best to nurture and train a wide variety of breeds. So sit, stay, and let's get to know humanity's furry best friend with Doggy DNA. Buckle up for big laughs with Spud, a big lazy dog who's always fun to be around.
He was Knuckles originally,
Okay.
and then we changed it to Spud because he's a potato.
Next, meet Millie, the clever and amusing dog who can't wait to show off her tricks.
She has a lot of personality crammed into a really small body.
Finally, meet Odin, the fearless dog who's always full of surprises.
He had a very intelligent look in his eyes, but you could tell he was mischievous.
My name is Erica McNeese, and I brought my dog Spud with me.
So, Erica, we're here to talk about your relationship with Spud.
All right.
How did you two meet?
So we found him online. He's a COVID puppy, and he came from a couple provinces away. We knew Spud was ours when we first saw the video of him. He was perfect, and then as I said, didn't take him long to fit in.
And so did you pick his name or was he already named?
We picked his name. He was Knuckles originally.
Okay.
And then we changed it to Spud because he's a potato.
Okay, well, I was gonna ask how you came to that name.
Yeah. So he was super easy to integrate into our family. He settled in right away. Within a couple of hours, he was at home. So we have my 10-year-old daughter, my husband, and we have a basset hound named Peggy and a bird named Beetlejuice.
And so tell me some of the things that you love the most about Spud.
So he's like bomb-proof with kids. He's just so well behaved. We have a 10-year-old. And we bring him to like a nursing home sometimes to visit like my grandmother and stuff. And he's just like, you can put him in any situation. He's just a happy guy, just happy to be involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Is there anything else that you've noticed that's really not very bulldog-like that he does?
He howls. Now, we do have a basset hound, so he was kind of raised by a hound dog, but he does howl, so he doesn't bark. So curious about that, because the bulldogs have very distinct bark, and he does not have that, so.
And he doesn't do it ever?
Not really, no. No, it's
Wow.
mostly a howl.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
We were curious with some like health concerns and behavioral things to see if he was all bulldog or if there's some other things mixed in there.
Hi, Erica.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I have Spud's results.
All right.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Spud is 100% bulldog.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. What were you expecting?
I thought there was gonna be a little bit of like Frenchie or something in there, but that's pretty cool. All right.
In medieval England, bulldogs were bred for bull baiting, a sport requiring dogs with strong, muscular builds and tenacious spirits. When bull baiting was banned in 1835, breeders focused on softening the bulldog's temperament while breeding in a shorter snout and bow-shaped legs. Today, bulldogs are known for their gentle, affectionate nature and lazy demeanor. Spud, with his broad body, wrinkled face, and calm personality, humorously embodies this transition from fierce competitor to lovable, laid-back companion.
I thought it was pretty cool to know he was purebred. As I said, we got him online, so we didn't get to meet the parents. So I thought it was really surprising that he was 100% bulldog.
So bulldogs actually can be hard workers if they're interested in the job that they're doing, and also make amazing companions. So tell me about how that correlates with him as a Spud.
Yeah, so he's an awesome companion. He's really good, like I said, with everybody. Not a hard worker. Not very motivated, but he's living life, and he's just like, he's happy to be with people.
bulldogs do have a lower energy or exercise requirement. So that kind of works out for a lot of people where they just prefer that companionship aspect of these dogs. And one thing that we do have to keep in mind with bulldogs when it comes to their energy and exercising is their respiration.
Right.
So not only are they brachycephalic, which is kind of those smushy-faced dogs, but sometimes they can even have little tiny nostrils, which is called stenotic nares, which can make it challenging for them to inhale, which also contributes to the snoring 24/7. Do you see that?
Oh yeah, it's like sleep apnea. We need to give him like a little machine. But yeah, and when we walk him, we actually bring a stroller because the hound dog can go for hours. After about a half an hour, he just lays down, and unless you're going to carry all 60 pounds of him, he goes in the stroller and he strolls.
So bulldogs can be quite stubborn, which can make training a little bit challenging. So you have to have the right reward. It has to be interesting enough for Spud to even care. Have you noticed any of this when working with him?
He's pretty good, but if he doesn't want to do something, he just, like the name Spud, he just potatoes. He goes down to the ground and you wait for him to be ready to move on.
So with the bulldogs, tell me about the arthritis or what you were telling me.
Yeah, so he was born without a shoulder joint. So he did have that, we attempted to have that corrected. And he also has the luxating patellas on the back and arthritis in the wrists. So he's a little bit of a lemon, but yeah, so that's one of the reasons we do the toenail covers and again the stroller too, so he doesn't overdo it. We use nail caps on Spud to help him kind of get around the hardwood floors. And they're a lot of fun. People love them, and we change the color for every season and holiday. So yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Those are all beautiful ways that you as a responsible owner is accommodating his needs. So the stroller to help him not only does he have that respiration that can be a challenge, but also the joint issues. One thing that is extremely important with bulldogs is we have to be careful of their weight because they are foodies.
Yes.
You agree?
Yes.
So they want to eat, and they will not stop.
No, he will not. He's body by cheese. He is like, yeah, loves to eat.
And so one thing that you can do, well, not only just try to be careful with the feeding schedules for these bulldogs, but also encourage that kind of interest in food by doing scent work. Are you familiar with scent work?
Actually, yeah, our hound dog does a little bit of scent work.
You would know all about it if you have a hound.
Yeah.
And so what kind of stuff do you guys do at home?
So we use wintergreen oils to just do target training with her. He follows along a little bit if he's awake.
Yeah, he doesn't need to follow the rules.
No.
Bulldogs don't follow the rules.
Bud has reminded us to slow down and just kind of enjoy life. So he's definitely made us kind of take a pause and relax. Spud is my world. My Basset Hound is definitely my husband's dog, and Spud is my dog. So he's my guy.
Is Millie a diva or a cuddlebug? Does her side eye hide a secret soft spot? Discover the truth behind her dramatic flair after the break.
My name's Rebecca DeConde, and I brought my dog niece, Millie, today.
Tell me about your relationship with Millie.
So I am Millie's auntie, and so I've known her since she was about 1 year old. I babysit her several times a year. She's always welcome in my home, and she likes it there because it's a little bit more free at my house. She's allowed on the sofa and stuff, so I'm the fun auntie. When I adopted my dog, he and Millie became best friends right away. Through that, Holly and I really developed our friendship. We'd hang out together in her backyard. Our dogs would run around and tear around for hours. And it really was a great way to build a friendship.
Tell me some of the things that you love the most about Millie.
I love Millie's personality. She has a lot of personality crammed into a really small body. From her vocalizations to her very smart nature and all the tricks she can do. And the fact that she doesn't really want you to touch her, but she wants you to touch her, but she doesn't want you to touch her. You know, Millie always keeps you on your toes.
Let's talk about some of Millie's behaviors. What are some of her favorite things to do?
Well, Millie loves going for a hike. She is very high energy and always wants to kind of go, go, go. Thankfully, as she's aged, now that she's about 10, she behaves, I think, like a 3-year-old normal dog. So any day now, she'll calm down completely. She loves to do tricks. She's really good at different agility. She did take an agility class as a young puppy, so she likes to do all kinds of tricks. And then being her auntie means a lot. She's a really fun dog. She's a bit neurotic. She doesn't necessarily love everybody, and so being one of her humans really means a lot. And I'm always happy when she comes to visit, when she comes to stay, and just when I get to go out and take her for a walk or a hike and spend time with her and her mom.
So you're here today to get the results of a DNA profile. Tell me why you wanted to have that done.
I wanted to get the DNA profile of Millie because we think we know what she is, but you're never quite sure. You know, we have a story, we have a background for her, but is that really the case?
So Rebecca, what is your bet on Millie's DNA?
So I think Millie is a miniature husky border collie mix. So I'm excited to see if I'm gonna win some money here.
Okay, well, I am happy to say that Millie is 100% Siberian Husky.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
In the icy expanse of Siberia, the Chukchi people bred the Siberian Husky for endurance and strength, essential for pulling sleds over vast snowy distances. These dogs became heroes during the 1925 Serum Run to Nome in Alaska, where their speed and stamina delivered life-saving medicine, solidifying their reputation as exceptional sled dogs. Today, Millie reflects this resilient breed's history with her energetic yet quirky personality. She's eager to please, especially for treats.
We do know that Millie's mom was an Alaskan Clerisy, and those are quite hard to come by, and they look like a miniature husky. Perhaps not a lot of them have been tested with the database that we work with, and maybe that's why she came up as 100% Siberian Husky.
I am so surprised to get the results of Millie. I really thought she was going to be a mixture of a couple of dogs, especially because of her size. To find out that she's 100% Siberian Husky is crazy to me. She's small, her coloring's not quite there, and every husky I see is big and bushy, and so it's neat to find out that, there's these different variations. Our DNA can hold interesting secrets.
Honestly, I was quite surprised with the results for Millie's DNA because she doesn't look 100% like a Siberian Husky, but sometimes genetics can play tricks on you, and it would be interesting. I know it's impossible considering that she's a rescue, and we don't know her grandparents and the parents before that. But it would be interesting to see the look of them because it could just be that they were a lot smaller in stature, and this is a genetic trait that she's carried on to herself.
Yep, and that totally makes sense, but it certainly has been an interesting experience to kind of find that out.
So as far as husky behavior, do you feel that makes sense for Millie?
From what I know about huskies, it does make a lot of sense. Millie's really vocal, she's pretty dramatic, she's really smart, and so all of these things do kind of play into, yeah, it makes some sense.
Absolutely. Huskies are a very intelligent breed as well, which could make sense on why she loves to do agility and she's very good at getting her way. They really are great at letting you know what they like and dislike, and they stand by that. It's very hard to convince a husky to do something that they don't want to do, like come inside from playing in the snow. And I think it really resonates with Millie and her personality.
Yeah, you've basically just listed her perfectly.
Could you describe to me how Millie is independent in her nature?
Millie really, it's her way, and she's gonna pick it, and you're gonna kind of do it. She's really well trained, and so she's not gonna, take off and leave forever. But she definitely will tell you whether or not she approves of the direction you've given her, and whether or not she thinks you should really maybe pick a different direction.
Absolutely.
So she's pretty funny about that kind of stuff. Millie also has a great prey drive, so when you're out in the woods with her, she's gonna find that squirrel. Has not caught one yet, but any day now it's gonna happen. And she loves to chase my dog, and I think she might think sometimes he's the prey.
Oh, interesting. Huskies also love to solve problems. Their problem-solving skills are really, really great. Does Millie show that characteristic on the day-to-day for you?
Definitely. So she's taken lots of agility classes and copy classes, and Millie picks everything up really quick. And she definitely likes to play those little puzzle games and everything too.
Amazing. That's great stimulation mentally for her, as well as physically, because you mentioned she goes outside all of the time and really, really does not like coming back inside.
She does not, and she doesn't like if you don't put her outside. There are definitely demands on time and distance with Millie.
Does she become vocal when there's snow outside and she wants to go out?
She becomes vocal on a number of things, but definitely high on that one.
Has training ever been challenging with Millie, considering they can sometimes be stubborn?
So luckily, Millie is very food motivated, so thankfully training has not been super difficult. Of course, it has to be consistent and all those things, but thankfully her food motivation has made that a bit easier.
Amazing. So she's happy to do tricks for treats?
We are all happy to do tricks for treats.
Amazing.
It was really neat to talk to Cassidy and about the behaviors of Huskies and be able to kind of match those up to what we've seen in Millie for the last decade.
Hanging out with Millie was amazing. She's incredibly intelligent, and despite Huskies not usually being super eager to please because of their independence and sometimes stubbornness, she was more than happy to do any trick that you wanted, as long as she was given a treat and praise afterwards.
So Millie's changed my life in a few ways. Firstly, my dog is reactive and doesn't get along necessarily with other animals, but she's his best friend, and so it means a lot to me to be able to see him interact with another dog. But mostly it's the friendship that I've actually gained through Millie. So, you know, Millie and Walter broke down those barriers between the humans, and now Holly is one of my best friends, and I'm so glad that Millie brought us together. So Millie really is a part of my family. In my household, dogs are absolutely members of your family. So when I say that I'm Millie's auntie, I really mean it. You know, if she needs anything, I'm gonna be there for her. So dogs really evoke that love and family to me in a way that that just means a lot, and she just means a lot to me. I don't know what else to say.
Does Odin's chatter hold a secret? Stay tuned to uncover the hilarious truth behind his talkative tendencies.
My name is Serena Anstey, and I brought my dog Odin with me.
Serena, how did Odin come into your life?
We had a friend inform us of a litter of puppies at a rescue, and then we saw Odin, and we realized that he was our puppy from the moment we met him. My friend sent us pictures of the whole litter. I picked a different one actually at first, and then I saw his face and I was like, he looks bad. I feel like he would be a lot of fun, so I took him.
Oh, really?
We realized Odin was our puppy when we saw how bad he looked. He had a very intelligent look in his eyes, but you could tell he was mischievous.
So you could see some of his personality like right off the bat?
Oh yeah, especially when they started sending me videos.
Really?
Yeah, he was just harassing his siblings and just like being very like high energy, and that's what I wanted. We had a Newfoundland dog at the time, and I wanted one that I could like go for runs with and mush, and so we he's already dog sledding, so he's a really high energy breed, obviously.
So and he's got some spicy to him.
Yeah, he's very spicy.
Yeah. Oh,
he talks
great.
a lot, which is, you know, for me that's my favorite thing about like husky looking dogs is talking. So
yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
When I picked him up from the airport, it was immediate connection. Like there's like really cute photos of me crying. And we took him on trails along the ocean, and he loves to go on his walks, and he loves his other dog, his big brother we call him.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just, we
was
connected
natural.
it was from day one. Like he wasn't even afraid of us. Like he just like fit right in.
He just knew. Yeah.
We just knew,
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, he has a very big personality. He is very intelligent and very demanding. I can't get away with anything.
Now, what about his behaviors as far as like, does he love the water? You mentioned he loves to run and he's mushing.
Yeah, and he pulls the sled pretty nice. We've only gone out a few times, but he was a natural pulling the sled.
Amazing.
Yeah, he watches what another dog does, and he immediately knows, like he understands the assignment and he does it.
So you're here today to have a DNA profile done.
Yep.
Let's talk about that.
I wanted to get the DNA profile done because he came from an interesting background. I didn't know anything about his parents, so I just really wanted to know what I could do for him, according to his breed.
Hi, Serena.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Good. We got some results for Odin.
That's exciting.
Yeah, really exciting. So, first of all, I want to talk about 78% of Odin is a Siberian Husky.
Oh, wow.
That's a big percentage.
Yeah, wow.
13% is Australian Cattle Dog.
Okay.
And then the fun one, coming in at 9%, Norwegian Elk Hound.
Wow.
In the rugged landscapes of ancient Scandinavia, the Norwegian elkhound emerged as a fearless hunter and guardian. Bred by the Vikings to track and corner large game like moose and bears, these dogs were prized for their stamina and courage. With a thick silver-gray coat and an instinctive hunting prowess, elkhounds were indispensable in the harsh Nordic terrain. Odin, with his coyote-like appearance and his mismatched blue and brown eyes, his high energy and vocal nature add a humorous twist to the legacy of these noble, versatile dogs.
When I got the results, I was very surprised because I didn't expect Alkahound to be in there. To hear like about the percentages, and it explains a lot why he looks very husky-like. Because yeah, he's 78% husky, so that's incredible.
We talked about Odin and the drama, right? The drama queen Odin is, and that's very classic of Huskies. Huskies tend to be a little dramatic, and he is a little over 3/4 Husky. So that's a very interesting correlation there. I do want to talk about the Norwegian elk hound, how they are actually considered Vikings. So how cool that Odin has some Viking in him.
Yep.
So they were used back in the day with Vikings and sailed with them and hunted with them and fought with them. And so that's kind of a little cool tidbit. Also coupled in with the cattle dog. The cattle dog is a herding breed. So the cattle dog is one of the best herders, right? So do you ever see those kind of behaviors that might correlate to any of that?
He doesn't do any of the nipping that cattle dogs would do, but he does try to like herd dogs together, and he likes to keep the family together. So he likes it when we're all in one room.
Another thing that was very interesting to see in regards to the cattle dog as well as the Siberian Husky is the heterochromia. And so that's two different colored eyes, very classically seen in Siberian Huskies as well as many herding breeds, especially the cattle dog. So with both of those breeds, Odin was just prone to have heterochromia, which just makes him so handsome. And it makes that herding kind of stare, intense stare that he has a little intimidating. It is very important to know when working with these very intelligent dogs that the more intelligent they are, the harder it is to please them and keep their attention. And I really feel like Odin, not only because of the breeds that he has, which are all extremely ridiculously intelligent dogs, but just who he is.
Yeah.
He's got a big brain. So it's gonna take a lot to keep his interest and keep his focus. So I'm really glad that he found someone like you who really likes animal behavior and animal training. That's gonna keep him challenged.
Yeah.
And you gotta keep him challenged because he's gonna live his best life as long as you keep challenging him.
That's one thing I'm looking forward to with Odin is just, making sure I capture everything that he wants to do as part of his DNA, and just, so he can follow his instincts and lead a very fulfilling, happy life doing what he wants to do.
I am so impressed with the work that Serena puts in with Odin because Odin has these 3 breeds that are extremely hardworking, high energy, and require a good amount of work and attention. And so this type of dog could very easily be a naughty dog with the wrong owner. And I'm just so glad that they found each other. And thankfully they did find each other because Serena is exactly where Odin needs to be. It's the perfect match.